Hi everyone. In continuation to our IAM privesc path series, uh, so we will be looking into some more permissions and how users can abuse them if they have access to these permissions. So specifically, we will be looking into IAM create login profile permission, IAM update login profile permission, IAM add user to group permission, and IAM attach group policy permissions. So let's see IAM create login profile first. So for this, our profile will be privesc 5. So if you go to our AWS console, privesc 5, go to roles, and if you see this privesc file create login profile role, we have so this role has permission create login profile. Okay, now what this create login profile permission means is uh, this role, anyone who assumes this role, so we will be assuming this role as our administrator user, so which we have created. Okay, if you remember Terraform admin. So anyone who is assuming this role will be able to create uh, password for the user. Okay, so for this for this it will be better to use user rather than assuming role. So we have privesc 5 user as well, so let's use this one. So let's try to find out credentials first. That would be in the Terraform state file, Terraform ts state, and for finding secret key we can filter like this, uh, after 3 lines before 10 lines. Okay, so this is the access ID key and this is the secret access ID key. Again, we need to configure this in our credentials file. So let's configure here privesc 5 underscore user. Access ID key is this, copy paste. Access ID secret access key is this, copy paste, save, and let's check minus minus profile privesc 5 underscore user. So uh, credentials are valid. We are running this command, uh, get caller identity as privesc 5 user. Okay, and we have permission to create a password for this create login profile. So if you don't know what uh, this permission do, you can use help, AWS IAM space help. So if you search here create login profile, create create minus login. So this will be the command subcommand after IAM, and then we can uh, type the subcommand after IAM and then again help. Okay, so this is the description: creates a password for the specified IAM user. A password allows an IAM user to access it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so basically we will be creating a password for this user. So then we will be able to log in to the AWS management console uh, using that password. Okay. So let's do that. And for that, command will be this: AWS create login profile, username will be uh, so we have permission to create password for any user. So resources star. So what we can do is we can create password for uh, our admin user, Terraform admin. So if I show you that user as well, Terraform admin. So this is our administrator user. You see, administrator access policy is attached to this. Okay. So that's why we are using this user. There is no point to create password for our own user because we are only already able to uh, we already have that the permission of this user, no? So uh, we are creating password for that user who has more permissions. And privesc profile will be this. Enter. Okay, so password is created. Now we will be able to log in as Terraform admin user. So let's try that. In you need to try this in new browser or incognito. Okay. So here, so if you remember earlier, we used to use this root user. That is our root user means we give email address and then password. So for this, we will be using this uh, Terraform admin user. So for that, we need to know our account ID. That will be this number. Let's remove other things next. IAM username is Terraform admin and password is which we created. Copy, paste, sign in. So we are able to log in as Terraform admin user. Uh, so pretty easy. You just need to have uh, this IAM create login profile permission, okay, for any user which has high privileges than your current uh, user. So let's see the next one. Next one is IAM update login profile. So this is basically if your user has this permission, so you will be able to update the password for that user. Means password should already be configured, and you will be able to uh, create a new password for that. Means basically update the previous password, and you don't need to know the previous password for setting a new password if you have this permission. Okay. So for this we have privesc 6 user. Now this time let's use uh, assume role. AWS STS privesc 6. So I'm just checking. Invalid token calling assume role. Does it work for others? No. Okay, so I have changed the credentials of my Terraform admin. That's why it is not working. No worries. Let's use our traditional user for this as well. Privesc 6. Uh, Secret access key is this. Let me edit this one. Paste. Access ID key copy. Paste. Save. And we are able to log in as privesc 6 user. Okay. Now let's update the password for Terraform admin user. For that, command will be this: copy paste, and username is Terraform minus admin. Rest of the things remain pretty much same. Privesc 6 underscore user, yes. Enter. So we didn't got any response, but we didn't got any error as well. So that means this works. Okay. If you don't get any error, so that means command is working fine. So now we will be able to log in uh, to Terraform admin user using this password which we just changed. Previously we have set it to welcome at the rate 123. Now we have changed that to buy at the rate 123. So let's try to log in, sign in, IAM user, account number is this, next, Terraform, admin, password is by @123 exclamation, sign in, and we are able to log in using Terraform admin. So we were able to change password. Next one is add user to group. uh, so this basically means if you already know a group which has more privileges, so basically if any group, like in our case we have administrator group. If I show you group administrators, so we have an administrators group which has administrator access policy attached to this. You see, so any user who will be added into this group will become administrator basically. Okay. So let's abuse this as well. So for this one, let's see which profile we need to use. Privesc 13. Okay. And privesc 13. Copy. These are the credentials. Copy. Let's edit here. Privesc 13 underscore user. Paste. Secret access key. Copy. Paste. Save. 13. And we are able to log in as privesc 13 user. So this user has permission to adding users to the group, to any group basically. Let's see these as well once. You see, IAM add user to group, and we can add to any group. We can yeah, add any user to any group. So command for this one is path 10. Okay, add user to group. Path 10. Okay, so let's see the help for this. I don't remember the command. Copy IAM help. add minus user minus 2 minus group. Okay, so we need to look what is the name of the subcommand. Add user, so it should start with add. So this is this is the command. Help. So these are the two things which we need to specify. Means these are mandatory. Other these things are not mandatory. Okay. So the things which are in bracket you don't need to provide. So these are optional. Okay. But the things which are not in bracket you need to provide them to successfully run this add user to group command. Okay. Uh, yeah. So these two things I need. Let me remove the new line. Copy, paste. So group name will be administrators. So this is one of the prerequisites for this. You need to know a group which has more privileges. Okay. So we already know this thing. Okay. Administrator is a high privileged group. Username, which user you want to add to this group. So we want to add ourselves. So ourselves means this privesc 13 user group user. Username is this. No, not this. Username was come on this. Not sure what is the issue with my internet. Uh, Copy, paste. Username is this. Copy, paste, enter. Security token is invalid. Okay, minus minus profile. Uh, Previous 13 user. Okay, so my default token is expired or invalid. That's why none of these roles that's why we are not able to. I'm not able to assume any of these. Okay. Yeah, so this ran successfully again. So our user now become part of administrator group. Okay. If we go to console, go to groups, where are user groups, administrators, and you can see we became administrator. Pretty slick now. Next, IAM uh, attach group policy. Okay, so for this we need to use privesc 8 user. Go to users, search for privesc 8. This is the user. Go to security credentials. Let's find secret access key for this as well. Copy ID and let's edit this one again. So in this case, user is privesc 8. Access ID is this. Secret access ID is this. Paste, save, and let's run STS get caller identity. So we are able to configure credentials for this. Now, uh, so this user has attached group policy permission. So what that means is we can attach uh, any policy to a group which already exists. So, okay, so for this prerequisite is you need to know which group exists. Any group you need to know any group which already exists. So in this case, the scenario is built like this. This user, which we are currently using, is already part of a group. Okay, so this is the group. So what we will be doing is we will be attaching administrator access policy to this group. So as we are already part of the group, so we will be getting administrator access policy. I hope you are getting this. So let me show you the group as well. So we have a group, privesc 8 attached group policy group. So this is the name of the group. Our user is already part of this group, and this user has permissions to attach any policy to this group. Okay, so we will be attaching administrator access policy to this group, and as we are already part of this group, so we will be becoming administrator basically. So let's do that. Command for that is this: paste uh, IAM attached group policy. Group name is this. Let me reconfirm previous. Yes, group name is this. Policy ARN. Yeah, so this is the ARN for administrator access policy. This is default ARN. You don't need to know the account number for this. -1 profile previous. What is the yeah previous create user. Enter. So it ran successfully. So if we see the permissions of this group, reload. Come on. Yeah, so we became administrator. Okay, we were able to attach administrator access to this group. So that's it for now. We have seen 4 ways to escalate our privileges, and we will be seeing other ways in next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.